What if the most famous love story never truly ended, but was only waiting for the right moment to begin again? Imagine a world where Vivian and Edward's fairy tale didn't fade away. It simply changed with time, and now, after all these years, the past is calling them back for one more unforgettable chapter. Soft music plays, slow and emotional. The screen shows glowing city lights at night. Everything feels calm, but also a little sad. A voice speaks quietly, like a memory. Vivian was once the girl everyone remembered, the one who stepped into a life she never imagined, the one who found love in the most unexpected place. For a moment, it felt like the world stopped, like a fairy tale became real. But time doesn't stand still. Years have passed since those unforgettable days. Vivian is older now, wiser. She lives a peaceful life, far from the bright lights and busy streets of her past. She smiles. She moves forward, but deep inside, something still feels unfinished. She looks out of a window, watching the world go by. In her eyes, there is warmth, but also a quiet question, because some memories never leave. Some moments stay in the heart, no matter how much life changes. The voice continues. People think love stories have perfect endings, but real life is different. A soft flashback appears, Vivian laughing, Edward watching her like she was everything. The love was real. The promise was real. But what happens after the dream? Vivian closes an old photo book. Her hand pauses. On one picture, her breath catches slightly, like she felt something, somewhere far away. Edward also sits alone in silence. The world still knows his name. He still has wealth, power, respect, but not the one thing that mattered most. The music grows deeper. And then, one simple thought fills the air. What if the past isn't done with them yet? The screen fades to black, because this time, the story is not about the beginning. It's about what comes after. The music becomes quieter, slower, filled with emotion. The screen opens on a new morning. The world looks beautiful, but something feels empty. Life has moved forward, but love has left a space behind. Vivian walks through her home, calm and graceful. She has built a life of her own. She is no longer the young woman the world once saw. She is strong now, independent. She has learned how to stand alone. But sometimes, even the strongest hearts feel lonely. She sits with a cup of tea, staring at nothing for a moment, as if her mind is somewhere else. Outside, laughter echoes from the distance, but inside, silence stays. The voice speaks again. Not every love story stays the same, even when the love is real. Across the city, Edward lives in a world of tall buildings and cold meetings. People still respect him. He still controls deals and business. His life is full of success, but it feels like something is missing. He stands in a large office, looking out over the skyline. Everything is his, yet none of it brings him peace. His reflection looks back at him, older, tired, thoughtful. He remembers her. Not a day goes by without a small reminder. A song, a street corner, a hotel doorway, a smile he can't forget. Vivian tries to move on. Edward tries to stay busy, but the heart doesn't forget what it once held. Then, a line appears on screen. Some stories don't end. They only pause. Vivian opens a letter that has been sitting untouched. Her hands shake slightly. Her face shows emotion. Even without words, Edward hears her name again. For the first time in years, his expression changes. The past they both buried begins to rise again. Because distance doesn't erase love. It only tests it. The music grows stronger, filled with tension. Two lives, two hearts, still connected even after all this time. And somewhere deep inside, both of them are wondering the same thing. Was it really over? Or was it only waiting for a second chance? The music shifts. It becomes stronger, faster, full of emotion. The screen shows a city waking up, busy streets, flashing lights, and the feeling that something important is about to happen. Years of silence are about to break. Vivian receives an unexpected call. Her face changes instantly. Her hands freeze, her heart beating faster. She doesn't speak at first, because deep down, she already knows what it means. The past has found her again. Edward is seen stepping out of a car, standing in front of a familiar building, the same place where everything once began. His eyes hold history, love, and regret. The voice whispers, sometimes life brings you back to what you never truly left behind. Vivian walks through the city, surrounded by people, but feeling completely alone. Every step feels heavy, every sound feels distant. Then a sudden moment, a doorway opens, and there he is. Edward. Older, changed, but still the same man she once loved. Vivian stops. Her breath catches. The world feels silent. They stare at each other, frozen between the past and the present. No words at first. Only emotion, only memories. Edward speaks softly. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Vivian's voice shakes. I told myself I wouldn't come back. The tension is strong. The love is still there. But so is the pain, because time doesn't only bring distance. It brings wounds. The music rises. Quick scenes flash, them walking, side by side, unsure, careful, old feelings returning like a storm they can't control. Vivian turns away, tears in her eyes. You broke my heart, Edward. He looks crushed. And losing you broke mine. A pause, a deep silence. The voice returns. What if the one person you never forgot comes back? Their hands almost touch. But stop, because this time, it's not simple. This time, love has history. Love has scars. But love is still there. And the question grows louder. Can the people who once had everything find their way back? After all these years, the screen fades to black. One line appears. Some loves don't die. They wait. The music becomes powerful and full of hope. The screen shows romantic city lights, soft sunsets, and quiet moments between two hearts that never truly let go. Vivian and Edward stand close again, not as strangers, but not fully the same as before. Vivian whispers, I'm not the girl I used to be. Edward replies, and I'm not the man I should have been. Quick scenes flash, late night talks, emotional looks, and memories mixed with new beginnings. This time, love is not a fairy tale. It's real. It's messy, but it's honest. The voice speaks one last time. Some loves deserve a second chance. Vivian must choose, protect her heart, or risk everything again. Edward reaches for her hand. The screen fades to black. Title appears, Pretty Woman 2, A Second Chance 2026. Final words, love returns when you least expect it.